Welcome back. We're continuing to work on our linear bearing assembly, and now that we have gotten the bottom plate, we're going to go ahead in our same part. We're going to hit a plus key on the bottom here, and we're going to create a new part. By the way, we can rename it while we're down here. This is going to be called our guide shaft. Be kind of the rails that the bearing assembly runs on. We're going to look in the front plane here and create a sketch. We'll go ahead, kind of rough in, and I'm actually going to do a corner rectangle here, this part, and we'll kind of see the profile here in a second. Just adding in some features. Okay, so we got a lot of work to make this look the way we want, so let's just make sure, first of all, that you have some relationships in here. This should have a tangent, as should this. So that means this part should be cosecant to that. And these should be cosecant. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and give this circle up here a diameter of 0.5. And we'll start dimensioning some of our part here. The bottom plate going from the center of the circle to the outside edge here is going to be 0.75. And then the same will be true on this side as well, 0.75. This edge here, I'm going to kind of zoom in, is going to be 0.25. Going from the base up until the center of the circle will be 1 inch. Starting to get there now. And then I'm going to make sure that that part here, that those are touching. You can at any time fix some of this stuff as you need to. I'm going to add another dimension from where that angle ends to the base is 0.5. And we want this part and this part to be, sorry, these two points to be horizontal. We're going to go from, let's put some more dimensions, from the center of the circle to this point. Sorry, I want the dimension here. That's going to be 0.13. Same on this side. That will be 0.13. As we get close now, we're going to create an angle. So there's a dimension that goes from here to there. That angle is going to be 30 degrees. Oops. See what it's mad about? I think it's mad about this tangent, so we'll get rid of that relationship. But we're going to put the same dimension then from here to that line. That will also be 30 degrees. And as we're getting closer, we can go ahead and trim out some of these pieces in here. we'll take a look and see what other dimensions we need. So I think this is all we're going to need to do. Oop, didn't mean to cut that. It's in my tool. I'm just trying to move some of these dimensions out so that you can see this profile. We're going to go ahead and extrude this shaft. This is going to get extruded 10 inches. And there is our guide shaft. And then we just need to drill some holes in this so we can mount that to the base plate. These can be just regular through holes. So we'll go ahead and create a circle pattern here. I'm just going to put one on there now, and I'll go ahead and dimension that to 0.22. And then I'll get a little closer so you can see this is going to be from the center to the outside edge, 0.25. And then from center to the back edge, be 1 inch. And now we can kind of make a linear pattern. We can kind of do the same thing here and here. So let's go ahead and dimension these. Again, this one will be 0.22. We can reflect this over too. Sorry. 0.22. Both of these should be also and then the dimensions between them is actually going to be 4 inches. Let me zoom out so you can see the dimension between this point and that point will also be 4 inches. And then those 3 holes can be mirrored. Oops. Sorry, what's going on here? So there's my first one, my second one. I'm just trying to zoom in because this is kind of a bigger part, and my third one. And once I do those, we're just going to do a remove through all those parts. And there is our guide shaft. You can submit that and then move on to your next part.